18.7% of the national population lives in this area, between the latitude 36 degrees 26 and 44 degrees 3 south, in the middle of the coastal mountain range and the Andes, between the ocean currents of the Antarctic and the climates of the Austral mountain range, around about 30.5% of the national territory. In this zone, we find a rainy temperate climate, where in the summer there are relatively high temperatures, perfect to visit all these lakes, rivers, volcanoes, islands, and beaches. But some days you could find a really rainy zone, especially in winter. You are going to play with the snow. So we invite you to know this remote point of the world that, thanks to extreme position and Patagonia climate, present big greens and imposing landscape, sculpted by the water, the wind, the heat, the cold, and the ice, with the predominances of volcanoes and so much biodiversity.
The Biobío has a beautiful cultural, recreational, and very important tourist environment. If you want to take a tour, we have from mountain to sea to teach you. It is made up of the provinces of Arauco, Biobío, Concepción, Ñuble, and the regional capital is Concepción. It has a rated Mediterranean climate, which allows the development of intensive agriculture and the characteristic of the south of our country with high humidity and rainfall. The Biobío region is famous for its spectacular ski slopes in the winter season, the placement beaches, the coves in summer, and its great attractions such as the Salto del Laja or the Quillón Spa, with thousands of visitors every year. Among the tourist places that we find in this region, we have the Salto del Laja. This natural waterfall has made it the most visited place in the Biobío region. It has a wide range of accommodation in hotels, cabins, and a wide variety of camping areas, as well as various activities that tourists can do around the other waterfalls. Without a doubt, a natural spectacle that you must know. This is La Laguna Cañicura. It's located near Santa Bárbara in central Chile. This is a beautiful place to visit. It is also a great starting point for a wide variety of excursions and tours. In the city of Santa Bárbara, there is also the Kathier volcano, which is enabled for trekking. Climbing the Kathier volcano is one of the greatest mountain challenges in the region. It is an unforgettable experience. The view from the top of the surroundings is incredible. Let's talk about enoturism. This is the Fundo Milapel. We invite you to walk through the historical corridors of a pastoral house that preserves its colonial essence, with a chapel open to the community that helps keep alive the memories of the different pines that exist in the place since 1900. Jehu Lake is a perfect place for those who just want to enjoy nature, since not many people come to this place. In this lake you can do all kinds of water activities, water sports and boat trips. There is also an abundance of high-quality fishing, such as trout, salmon, and cybersize, due to the virginity of its waters. The Isidora Cauciño Park has a large number of 100-year-old trees brought from different parts of the world, mythological statues of French origin, a greenhouse of plants, peacocks, and multiple viewpoints that, among other things, make up a set of wonderful scenes of charm and beauty. If you are interested in touring it, you can join the guided tours of beautiful Latinas dressed in the style of the 19th century. A perfect setting for photography lovers. Through its 4 trails, you can immerse yourself in this untamed nature that attracts tourists from all over the world. Travel and know a place of virgin forest, with beaches surrounded by rocks, islets, and ancient trees with incomparable landscapes, horseback riding, trekking, fly fishing, and many other excursions in Isla Mocha. Ramuncho is a paradisaical white sand beach considered one of the most beautiful places in the Biobío. It includes a small beach with a semicircular crystalline waters and white sands facing the Bay of San Vicente. It is surrounded by native vegetation and cliffs. It is a paradisaical place for those who want to rest and enjoy the sun, photography, bird watching, and hiking. If you like to explore, you will spend incredible moments at Los Cuervos Beach and its caves, one of the leads to path that leads to Playa San Juan. From this point you can put together an unforgettable tour if you dare. Within walking distance you will find Playa San Juan, Ramuncho and El Faro. To access this beautiful lagoon, you must pass through beautiful native forests of coigues, lengas, home oaks, and ñirres. From the lagoon, you can continue ascending to a natural viewpoint to the southeast to see the landscape that surround this area, such as the valleys that open nearby and from which it is possible to obtain privileged view of the Copahue and Coyhaique volcanoes.
La Araucania region. This zone is located between the parallels 37 degrees 35 seconds south and 39 degrees 37 seconds south latitude, from the border with Argentina to the Pacific Ocean. The physical characteristics of the region are given by the continuity of the main relief units of the country, that is to say, Cordillera de los Andes, Intermediate Depression, Cordillera de la Costa, and coastal plains. La Araucanía is made up of two provinces, Malleco in the north and Cautín in the south. The capital is Temuco. This region has a total area of 31,842.3 square kilometers and a population of approximately 957,224 inhabitants, and about a third of the region population ethnic is Mapuche. Here you can find a wide variety of national parks, nature reserves, volcanoes, waterside recreational areas, lakes, rivers, and hot spring centers, offering high-intensity sport activities like climbing, trekking, kayaking, skiing, as well as relaxing alternatives for leisure. Some of the main destinations are the Conguillillo National Park, Nahuelbuta National Park, Villarrica National Park, the Yaima Volcano, the Ski Center Las Araucarias and Corralco, the Frutillares Pass, and the Caburga Lake.
In the Rivers region, it has an area of 8,429.50 square kilometers, equivalent to 2.4 of the national territory. The climate that is the region present is temperate, oceanic, or raining, with the absence of a dry period. From the hydrographic point of view, this region is distinguished by the presence of a large number of rivers, with general characteristic being the gentle slope. The vegetation is mainly given by the rainforest and the Valdivian jungle. The population reached 384,837 people. The population reached 384,837 people. The regional capital is Valdivia, a city with a strong relationship with immigrants and colonization, mainly German, which during the late 19th century began to settle in the area, generating a city with traditional features regarding its architecture, gastronomy, and lifestyles. There are two types of vegetation dominated in the Rios region. The first was the temperate rainforest is distributed toward the Andes mountain and has species such as oak, rouli, coihue, cypress, lenga, and larch, to name some of the most important. And the other one is the Valdivian jungle. It is characterized by being a very dense vegetation, as well as a shrubby vegetation of killas and fern that make it practically impenetrable. Now I'm going to talk about Willow. This reserve is famous for its exuberant waterfall of over 50 meters in height and its rainforest, home to a large variety of flora and fauna, unique around the world. Almost you can rest and relax looking out at the green landscape or enjoy one of the many activities such as a cable ride, trekking, horseback riding, water sport, and sport fishing. The other one is the Uncle Park, house of various species of endemic flora and fauna, product of the glaciation that occurred in South America 18,000 years ago. Here, the highest hills of the coastal mountain range, Uncle, Cerro Mirador, and Nahuel Buta, were largely ice-free, becoming a refuge for species of flora and fauna. One of my favorite places is Panguipulli, made up of 7 lakes, among which the finest sandy beaches of the Calafquén and Cuñaripe lakes. The El Tume lakes, located in the middle of the mountain range, and the Pillaifa hot spring stand out. Panoramic of the volcanoes, the attraction allows contact with lush vegetation and panoramic view of the Mochochohuenco and Villarrica volcano. In Lake Ranco, one of the main centers of tourist attraction in the commune, are the beaches of Lago Ranco, where 2 commercial centers are located, a craft fair and food center, as well as a water park available to the community and visitors during the summer season. The Ranco Lake Basin characterized by its diverse geography with endemic vegetation that sees you will in all the finest in this region. Niebla is a coastal town in the Los Rios region, Chile, belonging to the Valdivia commune. It is located at the mouth of the Valdivia River. Niebla is the most important spa in the area, having a beautiful beaches and good restaurant. The Niebla Fort is one of the fortifications of the Valdivia fort system that was built in the 17th century of the estuary of the Valdivia River. And finally, the most important attraction is Valdivia, one of the most attractions of Valdivia that cannot be missed on an itinerary through the city to visit the History Center, where Bohemianism and university life are concentrated. For a total Valdivian experience, take a walk through the Fluvian Market, located along the Arturo Prat waterfront. You will find a great variety of typical products such as smoked cholga and pine nuts. Learn about the legacy of German immigrants in Valdivia in architecture, traditional of course in gastronomy. Try the delicacies of the chocolate chops, or try a classic raw tartar with maize, onion, and lemon juice served in an austere and very German setting. Did you know that Valdivia is known as the beer capital of Chile? Take a tour of the craft breweries and you will know why. We can also highlight other places such as Corral, Curiñanco, Carlos and Wanter Nature Sanctuary that you can also visit and you will not regret.
The Lagos region is one of the most visited in Chile, distributed in 4 provinces around 48.584 square kilometers. This zone is located between the parallels 40°13 and 44°3. Buenos Hornos is 19% of that surface, almost like Chiloé, and also Yanquihue Palena uses 30 and 31% of the area, which is 6.7% of the surface of continental Chile, with 4.7% of the national population in the zone. In Osorno, this friendly and hospitable population is dedicated mostly to cattle raising and agriculture. And to penetrate a little more in his history, you can find many historical monuments, museums, parks, and festivals during the year to know more about their traditions, costumes, origins, and all their identity as people. The nature of this place is also a big part of this identity, the essence when they actually burn. You will give a new first breath. You will feel more calm in a new warm home with new dreams, in the middle of volcanoes, wild beaches, big lakes, and old forests. And talking about essences, if you go to Chiloé, you will be surprised from the first step you take. This island will give you cinematic landscape full of wonderful riches. You will find a mythological, legendary, and magical archipelago with ancestral lands. So many years ago, a volcanic caldera under the province allowed different types of magma in different periods rising up. This creates amazing cliffs, hills, and basalt columns. Discover colorful houses built on the water, old wooden churches, and enjoy the company of the locals who sell the unique character of this archipelago. If you need to take more relaxing moments after being there, come to the blue calms water of Yanquihue at sunset and wait for the night to see the people rise to celebrate their faith and culture. you will find forts and beautiful piers where you will imagine the pastime of some hopeful explorers looking out into the infinity and no ocean. You will be able to know more about them thanks to historic cemeteries, houses, and churches that are now national monuments. Just like all the natural places here, they are protected along with the biodiversity. So go to see what is waiting for you. Wetlands, more pristine beaches, little islands, and brave peninsulas. More blue rivers with volcanoes full of adventure experience for you, for your family, and for your friends. I know it's cold, but please come a little bit more to the south. I promise you are going to feel at home. When the rapid erosion of the glacier produced the formation of valleys and fjords descending from the Andes mountain range, and thousands of years ago originated the Corcovado Gulf, which divides the Chiloé archipelago with Chaitén, the western gate of Patagonia. Without a doubt, the event that forever changed the history of Chaitén was the catastrophe caused by the eruption of the volcano. The tragedy made this picturesque town a place of souls in pain, of much silence and evident pain. They continue to get up, rebuild themselves, but at the same time, they don't forget what they lived through. To the east, the Futaleufú commune formed a new home for many affected, just as it is for each tourist who comes to visit this great river that allows inclusivity in this paradise. Protector, moreover, of important species such as the mountain cypresses and the Shaiwe a symbolic deer of our country, which live in the vegetation next to one of the best rivers, ideal for kayaking and rafting. This beautiful destination welcomes its visitors with lush forests and spectacular viewpoints to be in the southernmost part of the world. It is not easy to get here, but if you did, you will never want to leave. This is a call to stop the loss of our environment. Be conscious, or please don't come. This is home of many natural lives, and we don't want more destruction.